Have you ever gone through periods in life where you put your head down and you worked really hard and maybe you stressed out and you're like, whew, gosh, that was done, but it wasn't that enjoyable? I mean, I certainly have,
Yeah, for sure.
tortured myself. I just was so tight and so constricted. And I realized, I'm like, all of these different little seasons of my life, when you string them together, are my life. So if I don't train myself to bring joy to as many moments as possible, it's not always going to happen. And there's some really crappy, hard things that happen in all of our lives. So this is not about being no toxic positivity. This is not about being unrealistic. But there's many times throughout my day where I'm like, I could be enjoying myself a lot more, right? Like if I'm working on something, I can bring that party to whatever I'm doing. And oftentimes, especially when there's those tedious tasks that we all have to do, whether it's emptying your dishwasher, doing the laundry, pipe breaks, right? And you have to clean something up. These are the things that all of us go through. Your car breaks down, something unexpected happens, and you're like, oh my goodness. You can either go handle that from a place of being just angry and upset and complaining and beating yourself or the world up. Why is it like this? Or I've decided, I'm like, as much as humanly possible, I want to bring the party, which means I'm going to turn on some music. I'm going to laugh at myself. I'm going to laugh at life because stuff happens that you don't expect. And it can either be a show or it can be like, you know what? This is life. So I might as well have a good time with it. And I think one of the experiences of being a time genius is to also prioritize what brings you joy. So is it laying in the grass and staring at the clouds? Is it allowing yourself some non-guilty time on the couch to watch your favorite Netflix show? Is it being with your dog or with your kids or cooking a meal or just reading a great novel? I think that we did research with our audience, Evan, and we have responses from, I think at this point, it's over 15,000 folks about how they feel about their time. And I was so struck by how many people feel guilty and feel like they're not productive enough the moment they slow down and try and take a rest, that there was no joy, that they didn't even feel like they deserved to feel joyful, because any time that they kind of looked away from work, they had this overwhelming thought that they should be doing something more productive. So the reason for me to emphasize joy and time genius is not because it works, but it's also because it's so necessary. I don't want to see any of us, myself, you, anyone who's tuning in right now, get to the end of their one precious life and look back and go, gosh, I wish I allowed myself to just be happier.